What if I told you there exists a forbidden prayer, an ancient apostolic decree that doesn't beg or plead, but commands wealth to rush into your life within just 7 days? This isn't your typical spiritual whisper. It's a bold, powerful proclamation that flips the way we think about money and faith. In this video, you'll discover how shifting from asking to declaring, from passivity to spiritual authority, transforms you into a rightful heir of divine abundance. It's about stepping into courage, rejecting scarcity, and wielding your words as instruments of unstoppable financial breakthrough. As you engage, speaking your name, affirming your power, and performing simple acts of faith, you unlock a chain reaction where prosperity doesn't just arrive, it multiplies, breaking every chain of limitation. This journey will challenge everything you thought about prayer and wealth, inspiring you to claim what is divinely yours with unwavering confidence. Stay with me until the end, because the moment you internalize this truth, your reality begins to change, and real, lasting abundance becomes not just possible, but inevitable. Don't forget to follow the channel for daily prayers that fuel your spirit and elevate your life. If this is resonating with you so far, give the video a like and share it with someone who needs to hear this. You've heard the whisper, the invitation to something beyond the ordinary. We're talking about a paradigm shift, moving from the posture of a supplicant to the stance of an heir. This isn't about manipulation or a magic spell. It's about understanding the divine architecture of abundance and your rightful place within it. The concept of a forbidden prayer isn't about something inherently wrong or secretive, but rather something unconventional, a spiritual approach so potent, so direct, that it challenges our deeply ingrained beliefs about humility, worthiness, and the very nature of divine provision. It asks us to re-examine what we thought we knew about prayer, inviting us into a deeper, more empowered relationship with the source of all good. The traditional understanding of prayer often places us in a position of asking, pleading, almost begging for divine intervention, while there's a sacred place for humble supplication. This forbidden prayer introduces a different dynamic, one of declaring, commanding, and decreeing. Think about it in everyday terms. When you know something is rightfully yours, do you beg for it? Or do you confidently claim it? When you've earned a promotion, you don't plead for it, you expect it. When you've paid for a product, you don't ask for it, you demand its delivery. This spiritual principle is no different. It shifts you from waiting passively for crumbs to actively sitting at the king's table, knowing your plate is divinely set. This isn't about arrogance. It's about rightful inheritance. Imagine a child born into a royal family. They don't beg for their allowance or their education. They are born into an abundant provision that is simply theirs by birthright. In the spiritual realm, when you truly grasp your identity as a beloved child of the divine, you begin to understand that abundance, in every conceivable form, is not something you have to earn or convince God to grant, but something that is already part of your spiritual inheritance. The shift from asking to declaring is the shift from feeling like an outsider, hoping for a favor, to acknowledging your position as an insider, a co-creator with access to an infinite wellspring. This change in posture cultivates what we call spiritual authority. What does it mean to wield spiritual authority in the chaos of modern life? It means you stop letting circumstances dictate your inner state. It means you stop giving your power away to fear, scarcity, or the opinions of others. In our hyper-connected world, we're bombarded with messages that subtly erode our sense of worth. the perfect lives on social media, the endless advertisements for what we lack, the constant stream of negative news. These external pressures can make us feel small, inadequate, and undeserving of true prosperity. Spiritual authority is the antidote. It's the conviction that your worth is not determined by your bank account, your job title, or your follower count, but by the divine spark within you. When you step into this authority, you're not just speaking words. You're activating a divine principle. It's the difference between saying, "I hope I get a good job," and declaring, "I attract opportunities that align with my purpose and bring me prosperity." One is passive. The other is an active engagement of your will and faith with the divine. This isn't about ignoring practical steps. It's about fueling those steps with an unstoppable spiritual power. In a world that constantly tries to shrink your vision, spiritual authority expands it, reminding you that you are connected to a limitless source. To embrace this, you must reject scarcity. Scarcity isn't just about not having enough money. It's a mindset that infects every area of life. It's the belief that there isn't enough love to go around, not enough success for everyone, not enough time, not enough opportunities. This mindset is a cage, locking you into a limited reality. But when you declare abundance, you are actively dismantling that cage. You are affirming that the universe is infinitely generous and that there is always more than enough. This isn't magical thinking. It's aligning your consciousness with the fundamental truth of divine generosity. Think of the modern entrepreneur who starts with nothing but a bold vision, speaking their dream into existence, convincing others to believe in it, and manifesting it against all odds. They embody this principle, often unknowingly. They reject the scarcity mindset that says, "It's impossible," and declare, "It will be done." Wielding your words as instruments of unstoppable financial breakthrough is not a poetic flourish. It's a practical, actionable strategy. Your words carry power. Science even shows how positive affirmations can rewire your brain. But we're talking about something deeper, words imbued with divine authority. When you speak a declaration of abundance, you are not just saying it, you are commanding it into existence from the spiritual realm. This means consciously choosing language that reflects abundance, not lack. Instead of complaining about bills, declare that every bill is an opportunity to practice gratitude for the services you receive and a testament to your ability to provide for yourself. Instead of saying, "I can't afford that," shift to, "How can I attract the resources to acquire that?" This isn't about denying reality, but about reshaping your reality through the power of your spoken word, aligning your tongue with the divine blueprint for your life. The premise speaks of speaking your name, affirming your power. This is incredibly personal and foundational. Your name is your identity, your unique frequency in the universe. When you speak your name, followed by declarations of abundance and power, you are grounding these truths within your very being. For example, "I am a magnet for divine wealth and opportunity," or "I am a powerful conduit for blessings and prosperity in every area of my life." This isn't a self-help mantra alone. It's a spiritual activation. It's reclaiming your identity from the noise of the world and anchoring it in the truth of your divine inheritance. In a society that constantly categorizes and labels us, speaking your own name with such intention is an act of sovereign self-affirmation, breaking free from external definitions and embracing your inherent spiritual strength. Then come the simple acts of faith. These are crucial because faith without works is dead. It's not enough to declare. You must also demonstrate your belief through action. What are these acts? They are often counterintuitive to the scarcity mindset. One profound act of faith is giving. Tithing, generous donations, supporting causes you believe in. These are not merely charitable acts. They are powerful declarations of abundance. When you give, you are telling the universe, I have so much that I can freely share. You are demonstrating trust that your well will never run dry, that your cup overflows. In a world obsessed with accumulation, the act of giving is a radical act of faith that unlocks a chain reaction of reciprocity. It's like planting a seed. You don't hoard all your seeds. You plant some, trusting they will multiply and bring forth a harvest. Modern philanthropy, even in its secular forms, demonstrates this principle. Those who give often find themselves receiving in unexpected ways, not just financially, but in reputation, relationships, and opportunities. Another simple act of faith is investing in yourself, your education, your health, your personal development. This is a declaration that you are worthy of growth and improvement, trusting that as you grow, your capacity to receive and manage abundance expands. It's also about taking inspired action on the opportunities that present themselves after you've made your declarations. If you declare a new job, an act of faith might be updating your resume, networking, or taking a new course, all fueled by the conviction that your declaration is already manifesting. These are not acts of desperation, but acts of confident expectation, paving the way for the physical manifestation of your spiritual decrees. This journey unlocks a chain reaction where prosperity doesn't just arrive, it multiplies, breaking every chain of limitation. What does this chain reaction look like? It's not linear, like 1 + 1 = 2. It's exponential. When you declare abundance, you attract opportunities. When you act in faith, you open doors. These opportunities and open doors lead to more resources, which in turn empower you to declare even bolder visions and act with even greater faith. It's a virtuous cycle. The prosperity doesn't just arrive as a single gift. It triggers a cascade of interconnected blessings. Think of it like a snowball rolling downhill, gathering momentum and size. This multiplication breaks every chain of limitation. What are these chains in our modern context? They are the invisible bonds of fear, doubt, and inherited scarcity. They are the narratives we've absorbed from our families, our culture, our media, telling us we're not smart enough, not connected enough, not lucky enough. They are the stories of, it's too hard, money is evil, or you have to struggle to succeed. When you declare divine abundance, you are consciously severing these chains. You are replacing those limiting narratives with a powerful divine truth. You are made for abundance, and all things are possible. This liberation isn't just about money. It's about freedom in your mind, your relationships, your health, and your purpose. It's the ability to see possibilities where before you only saw roadblocks, to feel peace where before there was anxiety, and to pursue your dreams with an unstoppable resolve. The journey we're on will challenge everything you thought about prayer and wealth. It asks you to move beyond passive hope and into active, co-creative participation with the divine. It asks you to examine your core beliefs about money, about yourself, and about the source of all good. It's a journey of self-discovery, spiritual empowerment, and profound transformation. You are being inspired to claim what is divinely yours with unwavering confidence, not just financially, but in every dimension of your being. This isn't about greed. It's about fully embodying the abundant life you were created to live, so you can be a channel of blessing for others. The moment you internalize this truth, your reality begins to change. Real, lasting abundance becomes not just possible, but inevitable. This whole process is about aligning your inner world with your outer reality. It's about becoming a vibrational match for the abundance you seek by first embodying it within. As James Allen wisely said, the outer conditions of a person's life will always be found to be in harmony with his inner conditions. This isn't about blaming ourselves for past struggles, but empowering ourselves for future triumphs. It's about understanding that the external world is a mirror reflecting our internal landscape. When we shift our inner dialogue from lack to plenty, from doubt to faith, from begging to declaring, our outer reality has no choice but to follow. It's a profound act of spiritual alchemy, transforming fear into faith, scarcity into sovereignty, and limitation into limitless potential. So, I invite you to step into this spiritual authority, to wield your words with conviction, and to perform those simple acts of faith that demonstrate your belief. Begin today, not with hesitation, but with the firm resolve of an heir claiming their inheritance. What is one area of your life where you can shift from asking to declaring right now? What one act of faith can you take today to demonstrate your trust in divine abundance? Let us now turn our hearts and voices to prayer, finding strength and assurance in the timeless words of Scripture. A prayer of abundance and trust from Psalm 23. The Lord is my shepherd, I shall not want. He makes me lie down in green pastures. He leads me beside still waters. He restores my soul. He leads me in paths of righteousness for his name's sake. Even though I walk through the valley of the shadow of death, I will fear no evil, for you are with me. Your rod and your staff, they comfort me. You prepare a table before me in the presence of my enemies. You anoint my head with oil. My cup runs over. Surely goodness and mercy shall follow me all the days of my life, and I will dwell in the house of the Lord forever. Amen. If this message resonated with you, please like this video, subscribe to the channel for daily prayers that fuel your spirit, and leave a comment below, sharing one declaration of abundance you are making for your life today. Your engagement helps this message reach more people who need to hear it. Thank you for being here.